Hello everyone, welcome to the next session of hydrocarbon. So today's topic is alkynes, the third hydrocarbon, alkynes. So alkynes, the general formula of alkyne is CnH2n minus 2. CnH2n minus 2 is the general formula of alkyne, and alkyne also unsaturated hydrocarbon which contains CC triple bond. Okay, so carbon-carbon triple bond is present in case of alkynes. So like the previous hydrocarbons like alkanes and alkenes, this one also exhibits isomerism. Okay, so let's consider the example with a hydrocarbon or the alkynes which contains 5 carbon atom. So first case you can see here, the double bond comes to the first carbon, and in total there exist total 5 carbon atom. Therefore this is pent 19. Okay, pent 19 is the correct IUPAC name of this compound. And second one, here you can see the double bond comes to the second carbon. Therefore this is pent 2-ine. Okay, and coming to the third one, here also the same molecular formula, that is total 5 carbon atom. It bears total 5 carbon atom, and here the double bond is here, so we should start numbering from this position. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Third position 1 CH3 is attached, so we can name this compound as 3-methyl. The maximum longest chain is 4, that is 3-methyl but1-ine. 3-methyl but1-ine is the correct name of this compound. So whatever names are different or the structures are different, but the molecular formula which remains the same. Therefore these three can be considered as isomers of pentine. Okay. And next we can understand one more thing, triple bond. Triple bond means definitely which will exhibit sp hybridization. sp hybridization. And coming to the bonding or the different bonds present in a triple bond is 2 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. Okay. So now let's move to the preparation of alkynes. And compared to the previous one, the preparation method is very easy. Only 2 methods of preparation were given for alkynes. So first one, alkynes can be prepared from calcium carbide, CaC2. So CaC2 means what? It is calcium carbide. Okay. So this calcium carbide, on treating with water, we will get C2H2. What is C2H2? The basic form of alkyne, that is C2H2, CH triple bond CH. The basic form, that is ethine or acetylene. Ethine, or the common name of this compound is acetylene. Along with this, we will get calcium hydroxide as the byproduct. And the second method of preparation of alkyne is from vicinal dihalide. Second method is from vicinal dihalide. So this vicinal dihalide, already we have learned what is the 2 halogen atom present to the adjacent carbon, which is called vicinal dihalide. Okay, so this vicinal dihalide should treat with alcoholic KOH. The same method actually we have learned in the previous hydrocarbon also, but here the product formation is slightly different. Okay, but the reagent is same. Vicinal dihalide should treat with alcoholic KOH. So during this first step reaction, here what happens means, this is a symmetrical alkene, so we can't say here beta elimination, nothing like that we can predict. Okay, so in this case what happened is that potassium combines with any of this Br, and which is get eliminated as KBr. Okay, this among from this alcoholic KOH, K combines with one of the Br and eliminated as KBr, and this remaining OH will takes hydrogen from any of these 2 carbon, and which is also eliminated as H2O. So suppose if one Br is eliminated from this carbon, then of course hydrogen will be eliminated from the next carbon. Here nothing beta elimination, nothing like that. Okay, since this is a symmetrical alkene, here nothing. So here not only this is symmetrical alkene, because here 2 carbon atom which bears the functional group. That's why we are not saying beta, alpha, etc. Okay. So here potassium combines with, suppose if this with Br, not necessary that with this Br, this can be also eliminated. So anyone, according to your convenience, you can eliminate any of the Br, and then OH will combines with any of the hydrogen atom. So what Br is eliminated from this carbon means, of course, the next one should be eliminated from the next carbon. Okay. So from this compound Br eliminated. So what happened? CH2Br, Br removed. Therefore it only CH2. And next here CH2, one hydrogen is removed from here. So CH2 will become CH and Br as usual here Br. So in order to satisfy the valency, here a double bond will come. Okay. So this is 1-bromoethene. 1-bromoethene will be obtained. And again, this form double bonded compound should treat with next compound, that is soda amide. Okay. NaNH2, which is called soda amide. Soda amide. When this product on treating with this soda amide, here also some elimination reaction takes place. The sodium will combines with this Br and eliminated as NaBr. Okay. And now this NH2 will takes hydrogen from this carbon and which is eliminated as NH3. So remaining one. So from this CH2, one hydrogen is removed. It turns to CH, and here also Br removed. Therefore, CH will remain. So, to satisfy the valency, we can give a triple bond here. Thus, ethyne will be obtained. So, corresponding alkyne will be obtained. Whatever vicinal halide we are taking, corresponding alkyne can be obtained. So, first it should treat with alcoholic AOH and followed by the second double bonded product should treat with soda amide NaNH2. Okay. So, these are the two methods of preparation of alkynes. And next to the properties of alkynes. Okay. So coming to the properties of alkyne, first it's physical property. So in case of physical property, we have already learned for the previous hydrocarbon, alkane, which is odorless. At the same time, alkene also odorless. But here also, generally alkynes are odorless. But ethyne, that is acetylene, which exhibit a characteristics odor. A particular smell is there for this ethyne. Okay. And what about the melting point and boiling point of this alkynes? As the number of carbon atom increases, melting point as well as the boiling point is increases. That means purely it depends upon the molecular mass. Definitely, as the number of carbon increases, molecular mass will increase. Therefore, that leads to the increase in melting point or in the boiling point. Okay. And first the texture wise or the physical state wise, first three alkynes are in gaseous state. First three alkynes are in gaseous state. Next 8 members are in liquid state, and all higher alkynes which exist in the crystalline solid state. Okay. So please understand the physical state of the alkynes too. Okay, so what is first alkyne, which is ethyne? So ethyne, propyne and butyne, which exhibit in the gaseous state. Next 8 members will be in the liquid state and then higher ones in the solid state. Next to the chemical properties. First chemical property, alkynes exhibit slight acidic character. Alkynes exhibit slight acidic character. It is not indicate here. Alkynes can exhibit acidic character, but they are not strong acids. They are weakly acidic. Alkynes are weakly acidic. And when it shows this acidic behavior means, whenever this alkynes on treating with highly electropositive metals like sodium or one of the compound of sodium, which we already learned, soda amide, NaNH2. So whenever alkynes on treating with sodium or the sodium compound soda amide, then what we will get? We can find the acidic character of alkynes. So generally, what is an acid? We have learned acid is a proton donor. Acid which donate proton. What is proton? Definitely H plus ion. So acid is the substance which donate H plus ion. So if alkynes can donate or alkynes can give H plus ions, then we can consider them as acids, not strong acids, as a weak acids, we can consider this alkynes. So this replacement of hydrogen atom when it treats with sodium and soda amide, only in these two cases the replacement of hydrogen is observed. That's why they are considered as weakly acidic. Okay. So see here, first we have taken the basic one, that is ethyne. So ethyne, when it is on treating with sodium, it will turns to CH triple bond CNA plus. That is, this hydrogen atom is replaced with what? That hydrogen is replaced with sodium, and this compound is known as monosodium ethynide. Monosodium ethynide. Okay. So here how the compound formation actually takes place. One of the hydrogen is donated, it is removed, and which is replaced with the sodium atom, and the product obtained is called monosodium ethynide. And since here or from this compound hydrogen is removed, that is why it is considered as acidic. Okay. Now again from this compound monosodium ethynide, again here one more hydrogen is present, and again this compound on treating with, one more sodium atom, these hydrogen also replaces with the sodium. And here we will get disodium ethynide. Disodium ethynide will be formed, and this reaction indicates what? This reaction indicates sodium can replace hydrogen from alkynes. That's why they are considered as weakly acidic. The same reaction can be observed when the ethyne on treating with soda amide. Instead of sodium, if it treats with NaNH2, even then the same reaction can be observed. But one thing please keep it in mind, other hydrocarbon, alkanes or alkenes, which is not acidic. Okay. They are not acidic, only alkynes are acidic, and that also highly specific when it reacts with sodium or soda amide. So let's continue the chemical reaction. Next chemical property is addition reactions. Okay. So already we know what happened during addition reactions. The unsaturated compound will turns to saturated compound during addition reaction. Okay. And other point you should keep it in mind before writing this addition reaction. If the alkene means we know it's unsymmetrical, means it will follow Markovnikov's rule. Same manner the alkynes also, if it is unsymmetrical during the addition reaction, which also follow Markovnikov's rule. Okay. Now let's write the reaction. First one, addition of dihydrogen. So this is many times we have discussed this reaction when dihydrogen added to an alkyne in presence of nickel, palladium, platinum, that is hydrogenation. First we know alkyne, here if it is ethyne, so ethyne will convert it into ethene. So again if one more H2 is added, then which will turns to ethane, that is unsaturated compound turns to saturated compound. Now the second one, addition of halogen. What happened when halogen is added? So to the triple bonded compound, so here it is propyne. So to the propyne, if one halogen, here the halogen taken as bromine. So if Br2 is added to this propyne, so here what happened? First this triple bond will break down to double bond, and one Br coming to this carbon and other Br to this carbon. So what we will get here? We will get CH3 CBr double bond CHBr. That is, how can we name this compound? 1,2-dibromopropene. 1,2-dibromopropene. That is the name of this compound. Now again, which is treated with, because we need a saturated compound, so it should continue up to the total breakage of the unsaturation. Okay, so again which is treated with one more bromine molecule, then again what happened, this double bond will break down and equally the two bromine atom is added to these two carbon atom. Okay, so how we will name this compound? This is 1,1 then 2,2 1,1,2,2 tetrabromo-propane. Okay, 1,1,2,2 tetrabromo-propane. That is the name of this compound. Now the third reaction is addition of hydrogen halide. What is hydrogen halide? Hydrogen halide is HX. Okay, HX is considered as hydrogen halide. So hydrogen halide first on treating with this ethyne. So first ethyne on treating with this hydrogen halide, which will break up into H plus and Br minus. This hydrogen halide will break down into H plus and Br minus. So first triple bonded compound converted to double bonded compound, and here to any of the carbon, hydrogen and bromine can be given. So triple bond breakdown, so this carbon receives the hydrogen and other one receives Br, and we will get CH2 double bond CH, Br will be obtained. Again it is treated with one more HBr. Again it is treated with one more HBr. Then this double bond is breakdown. Double bond is breakdown, and H plus and Br minus. H plus and Br minus is equally distributed to the two carbon atoms. So hydrogen comes to this CH2. So CH2 turns to CH3, and here to this CH one more Br comes, and here we will get two bromine atom to the one carbon, and thus we can say here two halogen atom. Therefore this is a dihalide, and this is a geminal dihalide. Okay, because I told you previous case, vicinal dihalide means the two halogen atom to the adjacent carbon, it is or different carbon, which is vicinal dihalide, and the two halogen atom attached to the same carbon atom, which is known as geminal dihalide or gem dihalide. Okay, geminal dihalide or gem dihalide. So here geminal dihalide of ethyne will be obtained. Okay, now the reaction is carried out using propyne. So propyne on treating with HBr. So here first thing you should understand in your mind, propyne is a unsymmetrical alkyne. Propyne is an unsymmetrical alkyne. So the addition reaction is according to the Markovnikov's rule. Okay, so here H plus and Br minus. So what is the negative part? Br minus is the negative part, should come to the carbon constitutes less number of hydrogen. Okay, so here this Br will comes to the, this is the two carbon constitute triple bond. So Br will comes to this middle carbon. So we can write down the product in this manner, CH3 CBr, then triple bond converted to double bond, then to CH2. Okay, so again it should treat with one more halogen atom. Even then the addition will be according to the Markovnikov's rule, because even then this is a unsymmetrical alkene only. So here again the negative part Br will comes to the carbon consist of less number of hydrogen, and thus here we will get 2,2-dibromopropane. What is the product we will get? 2,2-dibromopropane. So this is also a geminal dihalide, not vicinal, gem dihalide or geminal dihalide. Okay, so to the alkynes, if hydrogen halide is added, the product will be geminal dihalide. Okay, and if it is unsymmetrical, the addition will be according to Markovnikov's rule. Clear? Next, fourth one is addition of water. How water is added? So addition of water to the symmetrical alkene is same manner, and we have learned in the previous case, to the alkene if water is added in presence of trace amount of acid, product will be alcohol. Here also the product obtained will be alcohol, but along with the acid, here it is heated with one more compound, that is mercuric sulfate. That's why I have written here Hg2+. Along with acid, minute quantity of mercuric sulfate also used here. Okay, so this ethyne on heating with water in presence of acid and mercuric sulfate, then here the product obtained will be triple bond is breakdown to double bond. H plus comes to first carbon, and this OH will comes to the second carbon, that is a double bonded alcohol will be obtained here. A double bonded alcohol is obtained. But what happened is that maybe you have learned this isomerism in the previous chapter, keto-enol isomerism or tautomerism. Just to recall the previous knowledge back, keto-enol isomerism or tautomerism. So what is that? The isomerization which occurs between alcohol to ketone. Alcohol and ketone, that transformation is known as what? Tautomerism. Okay. So here the product obtained will be a double bonded alcohol. So this double bonded alcohol will undergo isomerization. Okay. Will undergo isomerization, and then which will transforms to a carbonyl, a keto compound with the same molecular formula. Molecular formula do not get changed, but the complete structure or complete chemical properties is get changed. Alcohol changed to what? Ketone. That means all the properties are totally get changed. Okay. So here the molecular formula you can see CH2CHOH. So it is transformed to CH3. That is one hydrogen from here. One hydrogen from this carbon will comes to here and it becomes CH3, and here the only remaining things is C double bond O and hydrogen, that is CH3CHO. What is that? Ethanol. CH3CHO is ethanol, and this type of isomerism is known as tautomerism. Okay, tautomerism or keto-enol isomerism. Keto-enol isomerism. I think you have already learned it from the previous organic chapter, but just to recall the knowledge. Same way is if propyne undergo reaction with water. Propyne, unsymmetrical alkyne. So propyne undergo addition reaction with water. The same way it is undergo in presence of acid and mercuric sulfate, Hg2 plus, and here addition will be according to Markovnikov's rule. So negative part, water splits up into H plus and OH minus. So OH minus will comes to the middle carbon because this consists of less number of hydrogen. Here no hydrogen, but here only one hydrogen. So negative part will prefer this second carbon. So we will get the product in this manner. Here a double bond is there. C double bond CH2. Here also a double bonded enol, that is an alcohol, is obtained. So this is also undergo tautomerism. So here above the arrow you should write isomerization. Okay, isomerization. Here also you should write, this is a reversible, double arrow you should give in this case. Here also you should write isomerization. Okay, so this compound, this enol will undergo isomerization, and see here CH3, and this hydrogen is transformed to this carbon, and we will get CH3 C double bond O CH3, and this compound is what? This is propanone. Okay, this is propanone or acetone. This is propanone or acetone, that is it is a ketone. So first case you can see the product formed will be an aldehyde. Second case the product formed will be a ketone. That means this double bonded alcohol, that is that enol, will converted into a carbonyl compound. That isomerization is known as what? Tautomerism. So this is very important. So you should write the reaction repeatedly, and you should know how to write the products here. The last chemical property of alkyne is polymerization. So alkynes can undergo polymerization. The same reaction can be given by alkenes too. So what is polymerization? Repeated addition of small molecules and will be converted into a long chain molecule, that is known as polymerization. Okay, so polymerization means polymer is a large molecule and which is formed by addition of repeated units of small molecules called monomers. Okay, so polymers is what? Polymers are the polymers obtained by repeated addition of monomer. Monomer means that small unit that we are taken is known as what? Monomer. Okay, so polymer means, you just understand this much. Next year we have a chapter polymer, there we will study the things in detail, but just understand what is polymer means: a large molecule formed by monomers. Okay, so repeated addition, that means the same molecule only we are adding repeatedly. Okay, so here, and all the polymers which will possess a prefix poly. Okay, so maybe you are familiar with the term polyethylene. Polythene bags and all, everybody know. So polyethylene. So how that is obtained? Polyethylene covers by the repeated addition of ethene molecule. Okay, so that polymer is known as polyethylene. So here in case of alkynes, if we add repeatedly the ethyne molecule, okay, the ethyne molecule is repeatedly added, we will get a large molecule, or that polymer is known as either polyethylene or polyacetylene. Okay, that repeated addition. So we can say here polymerization in case of alkynes, two type of polymerization. One is linear polymerization and then next is cyclic polymerization. So I am telling about the linear polymerization. So by the linear repeated addition of this alkynes, the corresponding polyalkynes if we will obtain, that is known as polyethylene or polypropyl, like that. Okay, and this polymerization which takes place high temperature and pressure. For all these molecules, polymerization reaction will take place under high temperature and pressure. Coming to the cyclic polymerization, for the case of alkenes, it will show only the linear polymerization which cannot show the cyclic polymerization, but alkynes can show cyclic polymerization. So for example, we can take the ethyne. So here ethyne will undergo cyclic polymerization when it is heated at 873 Kelvin at red hot tube. That means it should be heated in presence of red hot tube. That temperature is that much high. Okay. So in presence of red hot iron tube, then here three ethyne molecule is arranged. So when it is on heating, what happens is that one of the triple bond of this CH is shifted to this side. Okay, and thus here the triple bond will converted into double bond, and here a new bond is formed between these two carbon atom. See, and here this triple bond is again shifted to here, and which connect between these two carbon. See, and here this triple bond will be converted into a double bond. Okay, and here also the triple bond shifted to here, and which connects between these two carbon, and thus what we will obtain, the cyclic compound. What is this? This is benzene. Okay, so how will you prepare benzene from ethyne? How will you prepare benzene from ethyne means we can say ethyne on heating with red hot iron tube at 873 Kelvin, it will undergo cyclic polymerization and we will get corresponding cyclic product benzene. Okay, so please go through the chemical properties of alkynes and also its preparations. Thank you.